Hello friend, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Chisom Udochukwu, your good sex and relationship coach. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some tips on how to revive the glory of a marriage, or how to restore the romance and the lost romance of a marriage, or how to restore the beauties of a marriage. Some couples these days are no longer living as friends. They live as enemies in the same house. Worse still, the disagreement has led to the breakage of many homes. In that squabble, perhaps one partner is thinking, how can I revive this marriage? I don't like the state of my home. I need to bring the glories back. How can I go about that? But he or she doesn't really know how to go about that. So in this particular video now, that is my aim, to share with you some tips on how to bring the glories of your lost marriage back. It is pertinent that couples live as friends and not as enemies. Any marriage or any relationship that is like that is as good as parting apart. Instead, they can continue to live as enemies. So, the number one tip I want to share with you is what I call the courtship colors. Bringing back the courtship colors. During your courtship days, you can remember the glory that you explored, or during the early days of your marriage, you can imagine the beauties that you experienced, how you used to do things together. There are this kind of lifestyle that you imbibe as people that intend to marry, that made the relationship then blossom. But maybe few years or few days or few months after the marriage, everything just disappeared. Now, I want to encourage you, I want to let you know that bringing back such colors, such lifestyles, is one of the surest ways of restoring the glory of your home. Go back to your drawing board and think, what were the things that we are doing together as couples that made your relationship to blossom, that made your relationship to be glorious? Perhaps, do you remember going to gyms together? Do you remember swimming together? Do you remember going out on vacations together? Do you remember going out on dates together? Do you remember writing love letters? Yes. Do you remember exchanging text messages? Do you remember calling each other frequently? Do you remember the desire to be with each other more often? These are the colors, the additives, the lifestyle that made your courtship days so glorious. Now, if you have to restore the beauty of your home, I want to tell you that you have to go and bring them back. It's one of the surest way of restoring the glory of your home and enjoying your marriage. Even if your partner refuses, do it to him or her. If your partner is so hard-hardened, in the morning wake up, kiss him, give him or her that affectionate hug. Exchange text messages. Persistence, I want to tell you, is one of the surest way of achieving greatness or success in whatever you are doing. So, what I'm trying to say is, you have to go back to your drawing board and think of those things that you are doing as couples or as people that intend to marry. Go and restore them back. These days, I saw one picture. In fact, I have seen many pictures in social media where intending couples, you can see the man bending down in admiration and affection of love, trying to buckle the sandals of his intending wife. Is this not admirable? I want to tell you, this is one of the things that drives a woman crazy, to see his man humble enough to do such things to her. But after the marriage, you can see that the man is no longer ready to do those things. How do you think that the woman will feel loved? Go and restore your courtship color. That is one of your courtship colors. And that's one of the surest way of restoring, bringing back the glorious days of your marriage. Another thing is to speak each other. Another tip on how to restore the glory of your marriage is to speak each other's love language. There is what is called love language. Now, if I want to love my partner, the best way for me to love her is to love her in her own context meaning of love. What do I mean? There is what I will do to my wife that she may feel that will amount to love to her. Of course, that is my the surest way of bringing her, drawing her back to me, winning her heart back. Perhaps my going to cook her favorite dish is one of the things that she likes. I have to be humble enough, forget my pride, irrespective of what people will say, and do such service to her. Maybe she likes to spend when she likes it whenever I spend much time with her. That is her own love language. So you have to sing the love language of your partner. It ranges from receiving gifts. How often do you give your partner gifts? How often do you spend more time with him or her? That is the love language. It's one of the ways. Another way is to get committed above every other thing. Commitment is a state of mind whereby you put up all your effort, irrespective of your challenges, to get a task achieved. Definitely, you have challenges, you have setbacks, but you have to overlook them, trying to focus and achieve what you want. Get committed, get focused, understand. So, look, your partner might seem not to be interested, but it is your heart desire to restore back your glorious days in your marriage, your romance in your marriage. Definitely, you have to overlook what people say and then do those things. Again, there is what I call the nonsense tip. The nonsense tips. Yeah. What I mean by a nonsense tip? I was with one of my friends, and then my brothers we are discussing about marriage. So coincidentally I tell him how I used to cook my wife's favorite dish for her. And he interrupted, Chisom, you are the kind of man that does such nonsense for your wife. Then I say, so if I can do this to my partner and it makes her happy, makes her feel loved, but yet to another person or to the society, it's a nonsense. Do I have to take the stand on the standard of the society, or do I have to stand on the side of my wife? Of course, I have to stand on the side of my wife to make her happy. Understand? So there are some things that nonsense tip is those things that you can do to your partner to make her feel happy or to make him feel loved. Yet to another person, it amounts to nonsense. That is one of the surest way of bringing back your marriage, restoring the glorious of your days of your marriage. As a man, how do you think your woman will feel if you can wash her undies? It might sound stupid, but to a woman, if you can do this to her, of course, it shows that yes, her partner it shows really cares. So to the society, it might be stupid, it might be a nonsense tip, but don't mind. Go ahead and give such a nonsense tip to your partner. That is another way of restoring back your marriage. There are so many things. There are so many ways you can do to restore back the glorious days of your marriage. Now, in summary, I want to tell you that there is no perfect marriage. There is no perfect marriage. What I'm trying to say, in effect, is this: that's perfect, that's beautiful marriage that you see, and you feel, come on, these people have a blossom relationship. You know that they are doing so many sacrifices. The man is overlooking some things, yet their love is growing. The woman is overlooking some other things, yet their love is blossoming. So you have to overlook some things. You have to overlook some things. You can never get it all for you to enjoy the beauty of your marriage. You don't have to be the Mr. Right, be the Mr. Wrong, as long as your love in your relationship is blossoming. So these are just some of the few tips I want to share with you in this video. In some other time, we are going to share better. We will discuss it more. I will share with you some other tips that you can do to restore back your glorious days in your marriage. Get committed, get focused, invite, bring back your courtship colors, and also be prayerful. Yes, as people of faith, we believe in the powers of prayers. There is nothing that prayer cannot do. Be prayerful about it. Pray about your marriage. Pray about your relationship. That is it. Thank you so much at the moment. Once again, if you like these videos, just give me a thumb up and then share the video with your friends. See you again.